This podcast is powered by The Plug.
You're full
we
of
could
shit.
all kill a person and we'd get different sentences.
Absolutely.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I missed
He said, "Oh, well then, yeah, we talking about the same shit.
That's right. That's right.
We talking about the same shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'd get the most.
Why is that?
Honestly,
Why is that?
Dragon Ball Durag.
Damn.
If we're going off of what I was just talking about, I think I'd probably get the heaviest charge.
Because you're the darkest.
Yeah. If you're going strictly
That's a good argument.
yeah.
He's the darkest. He gets the worst.
Hold me
That's a
down.
good basis, right? For any
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
you probably
just
are-
how dark is he?
Yeah.
So the Family Guy episode.
But you
How
got a good
dark
smile,
is he?
So there's that.
But then they bring up my history and, like
Because if you're black,
Yeah.
you got a good smile, straight teeth, you got a shot. So
Yeah, you might be able to contribute to the economy. In a
You got
positive
good
way.
credit score.
It's pretty high.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're like, is your wife white?
Still doesn't
I
matter.
don't have,
I'm done.
I don't know if it's
I don't have one of
You have
them.
a
gone.
white wife.
But I also don't have any kids.
but you live
So
alone, so that's
I don't have any dependents either.
Yeah.
I'm an anomaly,
Kinda.
apparently.
Kinda. In
Maybe
certain
not now.
certain
Maybe not today.
in certain categories.
I think more people are not having kids now than ever before.
Most
Because
of my friends got it.
you're, not,
honestly,
you're not really an anomaly.
this is
anymore.
tough times to have a kid unless you're doing really, really well.
Yeah.
You're
You,
economically intelligent.
This is not a good time to have a kid.
Yeah, and if you're not doing well, so to speak,
That's a
it's
struggle.
just it's a grind.
Mm-hmm.
constant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stressful then.
It's a balancing act at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So look, I saw a really goofy statistic that should let you appreciate. If you have a house where there's running water, you're doing better than it said 20% of the world.
only 20. Damn.
Yeah, I would expect it to be a little.
No, it's not that bad. And then if you have a house with running water and indoor plumbing and electricity, you're doing better than 50% of the world.
50, really? Oh, the whole world.
The
Okay.
electricity is probably what really.
Okay.
takes
And then
it.
if you have indoor plumbing, electricity, and a job that affords you any luxuries, besides food, you're doing better than 86% of the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So the
So,
reverse of that would be 16% of the world is able to live a life
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly. So we look
Which is actually pretty small if you think.
it's
of it. Yeah.
very minute. We look at it from our perspective as the only one we know. So our struggles are super struggles, but only from our reality.
That's why they say
the
first world problems.
First world.
They're like first world problems.
First world problems, yeah. But I don't. You
They're
know,
like, I'm sorry that you ran out of coffee creamer.
that's a bitch ass problem. That's definitely a bitch ass
My
problem.
day is ruined.
Right.
Your gas station up the street ran out of gas. Oh, there's 6
I
more
said
down the other
over
way.
You
easy.
try walking first, you fat fuck.
Now, why did I do that? Because I refused to spoon with you last night?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Polly on the Porch. We got a special episode. We got 2 guests. We got J. Cole and no, I'm just kidding.
And special guests.
Yeah. No, we got a couple guests here. D. Millz and who
Throw house.
Who do you want to be?
We'll call you whatever you want.
Yeah, right. Now's the time. Here's where you cement it.
On the spot.
Your time to shine.
On the spot.
Just Brotha B, man.
Brother
Brotha
B.
B.
Brother B.
All right. So we got D. Millz and Brotha B in the house. We're about to kick off another stupid episode. So buckle up and don't put on your thinking caps.
Polly on the Porch is not responsible for any of your feelings based off of what we say. We're joking.
Hashtag fuck your face.
Fuck you.
If you take any of the points on this show seriously,
You missed the point.
you got a lot of growing up to do, basically.
There's no
So
point. That's the point.
There's no point.
That's the point.
Fuck
Anyway,
your feelings.
what's your first point over here, Kenny?
It depends how wild we want to go, how random we want to go.
Let's ease into it.
Let's start at the top of the
Let's ease
list.
into it.
Let's do that. Let's just start at the top.
Have you guys ever seen somebody kill 2 birds with 1 stone?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, I've done it before.
No, you haven't.
twice.
Stop.
We need a goddamn polygraph
I hit 2
right now.
swallows with the same rock that I was skipping across a lake. It bounced off of the lake, hit a rock, ricocheted, and then knocked a branch off of a tree. 3 baby birds and the mom all fell. 4 birds, 1 stone.
Baby birds, come on. That's
Specify.
you're a
I
goddamn
gotta start
amateur.
reading.
But you didn't physically hit the birds with said
Yeah, it
stone.
sounds like the tree did all the work.
I feel like I threw it with enough velocity and trajectory that was accurate.
He's like, I was the
enough
catalyst for that.
All right,
make
Angry
it-
Birds.
across the lake.
Right, Angry Birds.
Had I not thrown it, those birds would still be alive.
All right, so you hit the
That's 2 birds, 1 stone.
You know what you do?
you hit the
you hit
platform
one
and all the
bird,
birds die.
You hit one bird, you kill it. You pick up that same rock, you hit another bird.
It's still the same stone.
Okay, first
Just
off,
technically
okay,
the
so
shit out of
you're
that.
telling me that you broke a branch with a stone. Okay, so in order for that branch to hold 4 swallows, right? The average
Why are
swallow.
you assuming it's a swallow?
Because you said it
a
was.
swallow.
It could have been a gulp.
Motherfucker.
Could have
so
been,
the average,
a big gulp,
Or a
huh?
spit.
the average
You're paying
swallow is 9.7 pounds.
Ounces, not pounds. No swallows ever weighed.
So they don't
pounds.
swim.
He's
All
lying.
right, not swim. They don't fly away as fast.
Fat-
So
fat-
in order for you to break a branch that was
You
thick
fucking
enough to hold 4
swallow
swallows,
out, swallow.
you would need to throw it
Godzilla.
at like the speed of light.
I'm Masato-ichi.
Are
also known
you
as a
Randy
ninja.
Johnson?
Gesundheit.
Do you
I'm a-
kill birds with baseballs?
I'm a ninja. So
Even if you did kill those birds, it's probably good because fuck birds. I think they're the worst. They're the worst goddamn animals.
They're not
This
real
doesn't make
anyway.
it as
Yeah.
bad
I
as
mean, they
ET,
do
dude.
kill snakes though, and I don't really fuck with snakes.
Yeah, but like, well, I guess I mean like birds as pets.
Stones or
As
birds?
pets, I think they're probably the dumbest pets you can possibly have.
even like a
Especially 'cause they live
toucan
for
or like
150
Yeah.
years.
one of
they're
those
gonna
birds that
die
can
you
of
keep them
talk.
in a cage, right?
It talks.
Yeah, it talks. So like that sucks.
That's annoying.
Yeah, that's annoying. First off, you
They
keep 'em-
smell too.
Plus, they don't love you. Okay, so you put 'em
Birds
in-
hella love you.
No, they don't. You put them in a cage.
They snuggle.
You open that cage and turn your back, it flies away and it's never coming
That's
back.
not true. I've had birds. I've had birds
Some
that chill
people,
in the
They
house.
don't leave like that.
They don't leave like that. They fuck with
But
you.
they do live for a long time, so how could you die on your bird?
I've had a raven that lived for like
You're not
22
supposed to-
years.
Okay, so
Really?
birds
Live longer
are,
than
some
you
birds
can.
are really smart. Ravens,
Oh, yeah.
ravens,
Yes, they are.
and crows, they're like some of the smartest birds out there.
They remember when you
They're good
fuck
at-
with them.
yes,
Yeah,
they
they use tools.
They remember. They use tools. They
recognize their reflection.
they recognize faces too.
Uh-huh. They'll attack you if
Yeah.
you come back a few days later
If you
after you
fuck
do
with them
some
too much,
shit.
dude,
Mess with a
ravens
crow
are
that's wild, and then
smart as fuck.
they remember you.
So
What's
one
the
of
difference
our
between a crow and a raven?
Size and location.
It's just location mainly.
so
They're pretty much the same.
Ravens are a little
Pretty
bigger,
close.
Ravens are a little bit.
Yeah,
one
Are
of
they?
a
our
little more gangster.
a little
Probably.
bit more bigger because they're East Coast.
I've never
Yeah, they're
held
East
a
Coast
crow in my
birds.
left and a raven in my right.
Ravens are like
hilarious.
city. Crows are like country.
Can I say this? As much as you like black women, you've had a raven and a crow on both your shoulders.
wow.
At the same damn time.
Wild.
Color patterns.
I wore 'em
I'm
like
just kidding.
I wore them like a feeding trough.
So we got a mutual friend that actually has a baby raven or robin or some
That's
bird.
a big difference.
Robin is not the same as a
It's
raven.
it's
Yeah,
a
that's a
baby
huge
bird.
difference.
It's a baby bird, and it only lets the child feed it,
That's smart.
and it like imprinted on the child. It will not let the child out of its
Sees
sight.
that it's-
Damn.
as its
Yeah,
mother.
yeah.
Wild.
Interesting.
This shit is crazy as fuck.
He's like, I trust this kid. I don't trust nobody.
I don't
else."
trust none of y'all.
The
He's
kids
the
feed
least
them like
likely to
sour
hurt-
gummy
hurt me,
worms.
Probably.
Right?
Fruit Loops.
You want some Swedish fish?
Early bird gets the sour gummy worm.
Wow.
Stupid.
He's giving them
Bird.
trolleys every
Yeah,
morning.
early bird gets the trolley.
He said pretty
The
bird.
trolley.
Is it
Trolley or
trolley?
yeah, trolley or trolley.
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 Trolley?
I don't know.
You feed birds?
Trolley?
Trolley.
Ring, ring, ring goes the trolley.
You feed birds?
Tomato, tomato.
We all know what the
So that
best
reminds me of another phrase.
Albanese.
One bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Have you ever seen anyone with a bird in their hand?
Yes.
Or birds in bushes?
Well, the
Me.
bird lady in Home
I
Alone.
had two parakeets named Sprite and
She had
Green.
hella birds.
Yeah, she did. Light
Sprite was
flex.
like blue.
But she didn't seem too wealthy.
This
No.
thing-
Yeah,
So
she
whatever-
was definitely like,
She was struggling.
So
Whatever it's
so
worth, it seems to be like
she was Skid Row-esque.
more like metaphorical.
so technically, I seen a
I could
nigga.
smell her from the TV.
Lock
So
of the
technically, I seen a nigga in with his hands in a bush with some birds,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's the same birds.
city.
Okay.
It's a different kind of
I've
birds.
seen somebody pour raid
Allegedly.
on a bird's neck.
That's fucked up.
That is fun.
What a monster. Is he a serial killer now?
I will disclose no names, but I couldn't believe what I saw myself.
If he
atrocious.
is a serial killer now, he probably was a serial killer then.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Unless that was his like catalyst into launching him into it. Like the potentials are always there.
I said what I said.
But killing those birds.
They're like,
sent
what are
him
your...
into this new way of like executing his.
What are your intentions?
Yeah, they're
Billy?
like, what are your hobbies? He's like, I don't know, feeding birds raid.
Okay, so
What?
so D Mills,
Well, did Mentos and like
nature versus nurture,
can blow up count?
Was it Batman?
Do I sit on one side or the other?
which
I
is
think it's
more.
both. It's definitely both.
So it's like a split down the
it's
middle.
a blend, yeah. Almost
Like
in
your
every situa-
nature in your nature makes your
Yeah, like a lot is determined by genetics.
and then like whatever your parents choose to
Yeah,
foster.
but a lot is determined by your environment too.
Exactly.
It's always a blend.
True.
It's always 50-50.
Because someone can have the best genetics in the world, physically, mentally.
And not, like, know anything.
But if their environment
Floor.
sucks, if they're born to really crappy parents,
Yeah, and not be
or
taught
poor
anything.
socioeconomic
He could have
situations,
been a piece of shit.
they're never going to live up to the potential that they
He's
have.
Benny
in their
the
genetics.
True.
It's just not
I
going to
think
happen.
your
And the
nature-
reverse is true as well.
Both sides.
I think your
Maybe not to
nature
the
sets
same
your
extent.
floor, your nurture sets your ceiling.
That's a good.
So
That's
based
definitely a
on
good way
your
to put
where
it.
you come from, that sets the bottom you understand and the lows you can go to, and the way you're nurtured and the way you're given opportunities. Can
How much you, like,
That's
how much
definitely a
you,
good way to put it.
how much you
That was
perfect life, basically.
That was fire.
Just
Well said.
perfecting your, or just knowing every situation you're in.
or just being wise
No.
enough from the lessons you've learned to like go in different
I
directions.
mean, like
acting-
if you're from the hood, you know how to fucking play check games.
You're street smart as
But
fuck.
if
You need
get-
both.
If you have a benefactor, you can become an artist.
Street smart and book smart.
Well said.
Straight up.
Well said.
Straight up.
All right.
If you had a mustache, I would like put that on my body.
You can
someday.
stop telling everybody to shave.
Nigga, where's your stash?
I
Where's
would
the- where's the
quote
rest
that
of you?
and tattooed on me, but
He's still
unfortunately.
gonna quote it.
Have you guys seen the lonely man's towel shoes?
The what?
Oh, the Jizz's 3000s.
Oh
yeah.
my
Is that them
gosh.
cum shoes that you?
Yeah, exactly. The old Elmer's glue 4s or the what'd you say, the melted 2s?
It's the
Somebody
Bukaki
call-
Force ones.
Yeah,
Somebody
exactly.
call them the Jizz Ordens.
Yeah, the Jizzord,
Jizzordans.
the post nut clarity 3s,
Bukaki Force ones.
right? The Flim 5s,
What's this real? No, they're like Balenciaga style. They're like
Yeah.
and it
What
just
player
was that
are
a
they?
meme or
They
those
gotta
real?
be somebody.
No,
trash.
It was
real
the
shoes.
Those are for real.
no, it's real,
the Nut on Me
You're
13s.
You're shitting me.
right?
They got
real $1,000.
What'd you say?
It could be
The
like
throat
a
goat 13s
No, the Nut on Me 13s.
and the gok or the gluck glucks?
So they're
It's
the,
crazy that there's been 13 of them.
so there's the Mason. So
No, the skeet
Damn.
skeets.
People love them, I guess.
Margella.
their real name is Mason
There's
Margella's
13 different-
Fusion Chunky Trainers.
Chunky's right.
Their initial price was $1,500.
They're just trying to see how stupid we
I
are.
was just gonna say, like, the amount of money to spend
to
on
buy
shoes
crystallized
is
whales, bro?
stupid.
To get
But
jizz
that
on
stylish
command?
shoe, where it looks
It's
like these shoes have just been came all
especially.
Do you know how many clones I could make off these
Is that
shoes?
whale jizz?
Yeah.
Is that whale jizz?
I don't know. Someone needs to enter the Jizz Olympics.
They let a lot go.
Yeah, because they covered that.
Yeah,
for
they
us.
covered it.
Yeah, that's like
There's
it's like
jizz.
the Peter North of shoes.
Like if you guys could see what we're seeing right now.
The Peter Norths.
Yeah.
Peter North.
The Skeet Skeets. Deluxes, the deluxe edition. Extra Elmer's
That's
glue.
so dumb.
It's like when you like complete No Nut November.
So what
Yeah.
player's
Right?
gonna wear them?
December is gonna be wild.
Yeah,
October's
that's-
own?
You should call those the December 1st.
What players
Is what you
gonna
should call those.
Yeah, just shooting like fucking like a machine gun.
Frosty.
It just doesn't stop. It just you're like leaking for half a day.
Just leaking. Gotta change my drawers.
Nah, I can't go
Talking
anywhere.
about nature versus nurture, if you see somebody wearing those, that something got fucked up on both ends for that person.
Yeah, did you lose a bet?
I really believe in that shit, like survival of the fittest. But like with modern technology and like health and healthcare and shit, like people don't die as often. But then people smoke Tide Pods.
The whole purpose of society is to avoid survival of the fittest.
Exactly.
That's the whole purpose.
To like rely on
It's the
somebody and not
refinement
die.
of people that can't survive in the
My
wild
nigga,
ability
that couldn't hang.
survive.
Take away all the warning labels. Just remove all the warning labels.
And then
Yeah.
dudes with
and then we all
beards.
just don't look for
Just
like
do
6
it.
months.
Yeah, yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Balance
Yeah.
itself out.
Yeah.
The Earth will be a lot happier.
I think
We're
we'd
the
be
warrior
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is your hypothesis? What are you saying?
For real.
Epidemic level?
You're kind of
Yeah.
Pandemic? Yeah. Pandemic level.
Best thing since COVID. What?
Yo,
I got a question though. What was the best thing before sliced bread?
Vagina.
Yeah.
I think that's just a default answer for any situation.
That was fast. So you're telling me
Unshaved.
so you're telling me before sliced bread,
it was
you would put
unshaved.
your roast beef in there?
Roast beef.
So technically mine was a Polish sausage, but yes.
Actually, I mean, probably the best thing before sliced bread would have been a toilet.
There you go.
Taking a
Or the
shit.
printing press. Or
There you
something
go.
like that,
Yeah, cotton gin.
if you want real answers.
Cotton gin didn't happen to the 1800s.
That was way before sliced bread.
Sliced bread happened in the 1700s.
Did it?
They made sandwiches.
They cut the bread with their hands with the machine wasn't invented until like.
Are you talking about the bread slicer?
Yeah, that's what that quote comes from.
I'm pretty sure they just ate bread and just
Don't-
loaves
hey, I'm the
for
oldest
10,000 years.
They loaved it. Slapped two
loaved it.
loaves
See,
together.
that's the difference between like 85 and 88. I
Self-loathing.
bread quote.
Self-loathing.
With the lova.
Fear and loathing.
Fear and loafing.
Fear and loafing.
Fear and loafing in Las
Fear
Vegas.
and loafing
Fear and
should be
loafing.
the name of this episode.
Fear and loafing.
Fear and loafing. Like bread.
Stupid.
I appreciate you guys being here.
My thing.
You're
Glad
actually
to be
one of my
here.
favorite guests, and you're one of my favorite people. So
I'll crack into that favorite guest by the end of this.
Oh yeah.
I miss you,
He's gonna.
but I just understand why you
Where's
had to
the-
do what you had to
My decisions are very
be a
methodical,
dad.
methodical and calculated.
That always.
I know who I'm inviting to this goddamn podcast. I've only fucked up once.
did that too.
Ooh,
I've only fucked up one time.
one time out of how many?
We've
30.
had a
That's not bad. That's a good.
Well,
average.
we've had a
Bad
good what
average.
12,
It's
12
more-
or 13
it's
guests.
It's more than 30. We just have 30 is going to be released tomorrow. So,
Tomorrow.
Mañana.
mañana.
Can
But
I
it's
ask
not
one-
gonna be
can I ask one
mañana.
guest who was a fuck up? How-
I mean,
Oh wait.
we're gonna need to
I'm not
bleep
gonna say
it.
name.
Maybe describe his actions.
We'll
he can
let
wear
it
the
slide.
shirt.
We'll bring this
it's
up.
not. It's not.
We'll bring
important.
this up
It's
off
not
air.
important.
Off air. But I mean, I've been killing it. We've had some fucking dope guests for sure.
It's not
We're
important.
about to keep it going. No, it's not.
What's bullet number next on there?
All right, I got a funny one. What would a good name be for someone if it didn't mean what it actually meant?
Benedict Arnold.
No.
What about
It has to be like a word. It has to be a word.
a
it can't
word
be,
that
it can't
that's
be,
not a name
Yeah,
basically?
it can't be a name already.
That's not
motherfucker.
someone's. Yeah, exactly.
You have to choose
True.
like
Like labia.
Like Benedict Arnold.
hornswoggler.
That's a name already. though.
labia. This is my daughter Labia.
Fallopian.
Wow.
What about paprika?
No, there's
Paprika's
a
definitely.
there's a
Hey,
bitch named
that's a name.
Paprika.
Somebody's name.
Hey,
for sure.
There's
There's a bitch
paprika.
named
Hey,
Paprika.
Hey, have you guys ever kicked it with the homeboy Gooch?
Oh, hilarious.
Wow.
what about
DJ, that's
what
a
about
funny
what
one.
about Alizé?
Alizé is a kind of a cool name.
I know an Alizé.
Right?
She's a
That'd be
stripper.
that makes sense.
What about the homie Foreskin?
Stupid.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
That's a good one.
No, that's a terrible name.
Curtis Foreskin.
Yeah, he talks too much. You don't know when to cut him off.
Damn. Damn.
Fucking foreskin. Come on.
Speaking of genitals, what about like Tampax for a name?
Weenus.
Felony?
Felony.
Oh my
It's almost
God.
like Melanie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a man's name.
That's so
felony?
stupid.
It's very aggressive and mature and manly.
Misdemeanor.
Elliot? Misdemeanor Elliot? What about chlamydia? Or hysteria?
Areola.
Wow.
Yeah, Areola.
That's-
I like
That's a
Areola.
good one.
So there was a boxer a few years ago. His last name was Areola. He was Spanish.
Mispronounce it, though?
No, it was Areola. That's how he pronounced
Did
it.
it have a
It
little
was
slash over
Areola.
any part of the name?
It was Areola.
It was Areola.
It was Areola.
Probably like Areola.
It was Areola.
Areola, I need.
Adiola,
It was
adiola,
nipple circle.
adiola.
Isn't Areola Latin anyway? So it's Spanish.
He was nipple circle.
So maybe we just.
What about saliva?
This whole time.
That's
Yeah.
sexy.
Right.
Is she
Gonna
a
name your
swallower?
daughter Saliva?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't personally, but
She can suck peanut butter through a coffee straw.
Wow.
That's intriguing. That is
we're gonna
intriguing.
have to
That
turn
is-
all of this down.
No, we're not.
Yeah. You guys are. I'm single again, so.
That was just funny. That's not about anyone. These is jokes.
I don't have anybody in mind when I'm saying this.
Yeah. This wasn't like a specific
I
person.
mean, colon.
Colon.
Did you say?
Colon
Did you
Powell.
say? Did you hold on? Did
How
you,
the fuck did he get that name?
Did you
bro?
say
like nobody
meats
thought
colon?
about this?
Colon?
did you say meat colon?
Just the name colon.
Oh, I thought you said meat colon.
What's the history of that name?
Dude, that's like
Yeah, his name's Colin.
I
Is
had
it named after an intestine?
His
Yeah.
last name is Powell, which is very close to vowel.
I had a
Colon
segment
Bowell.
on
funny, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I had
Maybe
a
like
segment
family
on-
proctologist.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
17. The first black
His parents had a sense
proctologist.
of humor.
We've been digging in the ass of white folks for
Mr. Powell.
1700 years. We ain't gonna stop
Damn,
now.
1700
His
we were,
great
we were
grandfather was
talking
a
about
sphincter.
It's in Egypt.
some pretty disgusting shit. So I did have a segment on disgusting candle scents.
Yeah. Okay, I remember this.
So yeah, do you guys wanna run with that?
Anything
Earwax.
at Walmart?
Earwax.
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 Okay.
I mean, I'm
What about
afraid to even ask what earwax smells like because I don't smell my earwax when I
So if you do
take my earwax out of my
extraction,
ear. You know what I'm saying?
like earwax.
burnt hair.
Oh, that'd be terrible. What about
I've
what about
never
like
done that either.
what about gym sock?
Like dirty gym sock.
Yeah.
That's been sitting in a duffel bag for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the whole candle scent
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah. The
Dirty
sub-description
gym
of
sock
it,
that's
yeah.
been sitting in a duffel
Yeah,
bag for 3 weeks.
including the like too.
Like,
The like comma.
yeah, that's like been sitting there for like 3 weeks. Like,
Like, and then end it with, you know what I mean?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg's butt.
bro.
Now or when like he's still here? What you talking about?
We have a before and after scent.
Like right now.
talking
current
Ruth Bader
Current
Ginsburg's
status?
robe
Okay.
on the bench butt.
Okay, for some reason.
Yeah,
Okay,
after
for,
like
smell
8
is
hours
like-
of trial.
hear me out. For some reason,
Supreme Court.
I feel
Supreme
like
Court butt.
I feel like the before scent would smell like potpourri.
Potpourri, yeah.
For
Or
some
baby
reason.
powder
Like
or
leather.
something old people
Like
use.
brown.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
burnt
Mothballs.
Been gay.
Beignet or potpourri.
Just everything
Depends.
everything that they figured out gives you cancer.
biofreeze.
What does it smell like?
1990.
Depends.
Depends.
On what?
On what? No.
No, depends.
No.
Literally.
Depends.
Absorbent gelatin
Brought to you
in a
by-
diaper.
Silicia or whatever it is.
Polly on the Porch is brought to you by Smile. Because you should smile more.
Smile, you're not worth it.
Shout out to Cam Jones.
Unless you're a fucking psycho and you put milk in your bowl before your cereal.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's revisit this. All right? Because this is logic.
Oh, here we go.
Right?
Here we fucking
me out.
go.
Hear me out.
No, we're not.
I disagree
hearing you
already.
out.
I don't-
Hear me out. So let me ask you this.
No.
You guys like some soggy ass cereal?
No.
No, because
No.
I eat it in a proper amount of time.
Of time.
So you sitting there just woofing down cereal?
You don't have
got
to wolf
5
it
to
down.
10
It's steady
minutes.
pace,
Yeah,
baby.
the only thing you have to
Okay.
kind of fast is cinnamon light.
Hold on, but that
That
shit.
gets soggy
Cinnamon
quick.
No,
It does.
But-
It
but
does
that
bug.
shit
Or
fills
Rice
you.
Krispies.
You eat
bit
it that
faster.
quick and it fills you
I
up.
have a question.
Yeah.
Well, I see cereal as more of a snack than an actual meal.
Are you
So I
proposing
kinda
that
just-
pouring the milk on
Is soup a meal?
it makes it soggier quicker than pouring the milk in the bowl?
And then
first?
cereal.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
that's
that
what he
time
said.
difference is maybe 3 seconds.
That's exactly his argument.
You know what else though?
Yeah.
So this gets better though. Hold on.
does not.
I only put a little bit at a time.
You
Okay.
kill
Milk
me.
or cereal?
Cereal.
That's smart.
So
Because if
I
you do it in one bowl, then
Yeah.
you can't put as much cereal in there
So
because it's sitting on top of the
I
milk.
do the milk and then I sprinkle some cereal.
So you're a psycho.
But I don't.
You're a smart psycho.
Well, let me ask you this.
I said, hold on. All right.
Whoa,
I
whoa
never
there.
denied I was a psycho.
He said,
Okay.
"Oh there,
I
whoa there."
am fully like, I'm prepared to accept that.
Yeah,
right,
okay.
At this point, like I know, like,
Yeah,
I
you're
mean, you
fucking
do
nuts.
milk first.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I like your style.
but
go
like,
milk first.
logic, right? It's
Let
like
me ask you this though.
that does make sense.
Why even mess with the middleman in the bowl? Why don't you just take like a handful of cereal, throw it in your mouth, and then take the
drink some
milk.
milk.
Ah.
If you're only gonna eat a little bit at a time.
I live with like 7 other people.
Yeah, then you don't even have to.
them.
You don't even have to wash the bowl.
Yeah, like fuck my family. Yeah, fuck
I mean,
my
Jesus.
family.
No, but that's smart. You don't even have to wash the bowl.
Yeah.
That
you don't
is-
need a spoon. You don't need shit.
But I like okay. I might be like crazy serial
It's a little
killer,
more laborious,
like
though.
level,
Literally, a serial killer.
But I have dignity. All right. I'm fucking civilized.
He's killing cereal.
I
yeah,
assumed that
I kill it with
when
a
it started.
spoon and a bowl. All right,
Straight psycho.
Takes forever.
Sometimes a
Straight
fork.
fucking psycho.
You ever
Yeah,
kill
killing
you ever eat
cereal.
cereal with a fork?
That's kind of
Okay,
psycho
so
too.
That's a little crazy.
I'm crazy, but I'm not retarded.
Okay.
All right.
Have you ever
Yeah.
taken like 6 Chips Ahoy, little cup of milk, and then drowned your Chips Ahoy?
How long do you dunk it?
7 seconds.
7?
7.
That's the
Is that a
perfect.
good time?
That's the perfect
so,
time.
So hold on.
For Oreos, at
Hold
least.
on.
Okay.
So hold on.
Yeah, yeah. It depends on if the Oreos are chewy or not.
Hold on.
Or, I mean, if the Chips Ahoy
Oh,
are
that's
chewy.
Chips Ahoy,
If
yeah.
they're chewy Chips Ahoy, you have to leave them in there longer.
Like 10 to 15. But anyway, so hold
Doesn't
on.
soak up as quick.
Most cereals need more than 7 to 10 seconds to absorb milk to be cereal.
Okay. So what do you propose I'm eating?
Because what's your
In the
milk like
first-
at the end?
You put your cereal in the bowl first and then let the milk go on top
Is
to
there any
absorb
reward
it.
when you're done eating cereal?
So it's
The milk,
it's
nigga.
literally
Is
it's
there any reward when you're done
it's
eating
it's
cereal?
it's
The
literally-
milk.
If
Shut
you
the
have Cinnamon
fuck
Toast
up.
Crunch,
I'm trying
it's-
to answer his question.
it's a
damn it.
horchata.
All right.
There's a horchata.
That's a ghetto horchata.
Okay, so you're not wrong.
1,000,000%.
He is not wrong because it's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my jam. And every time I do that with Cinnamon Toast Crunch and then the milk afterwards, bro, it's so fucking sweet.
That's the
It's
best.
like cinnamon breast milk.
Cambodian breast milk.
Amazing.
Because it's just been pinched in there, so
Oh,
maybe over time
so
rather
yeah.
than a bunch
Oh, yeah.
of
like that.
exactly.
So it sounds like you would probably
Yeah.
prefer it if you put your cereal in first and then let the milk drizzle over.
It's texture. Tooth texture.
I mean, if I do a little bit of cereal and a little bit of milk, but I don't like soggy cereal.
Nobody does, sir.
That's why
That's completely
I only do a
understandable.
There's
little
got
bit
to be an
of cereal at a
equation
time.
to it. That's
Wasn't
why
there
it's an
cereal
amount of
that
time.
There's a coefficient in
The
it.
reason why I do
exponent.
milk first is so that way I can gauge like an appropriate amount of milk.
Are you putting
Like-
ice in your milk?
How much?
No way.
My milk
you
is
don't
in
want
the fridge.
You don't want watery milk.
You calling me a psycho, and this guy's putting ice in his milk.
Some
You
people-
I don't like milk.
cereal.
Some people that
Cereal,
Okay,
too?
so look, some people
put
that I
ice in
know.
your cereal?
Puts ice in milk?
Check me
That's
out.
wild.
Some people that I know will take like a bowl of Frosted Flakes,
Okay.
throw a couple of ice cubes in the milk,
Crazy.
cut up some bananas, and then throw the milk. And then throw the cereal on there
insane.
and like mix it up.
What
You
does
have
the
to like
ice
skim
cube
milk to
do?
do
It
that.
keeps the milk cold like how she.
It does,
or
but it
they
also
like
makes it
How long
watery.
are they eating that cereal?
She doesn't drink
Also, it
the.
takes
She
a while
doesn't
for
drink.
the
These
milk,
been out.
'cause I'm just gonna get
They,
a-
I
they
want
don't
my
drink
milk
the milk.
cold.
They don't drink
Yes,
the milk
milk
after.
already cold.
You gotta have precision when you're scooping.
By the way, if this is you, whoever's listening
Can't
to
get
it,
an ice cube.
we're hella judging you.
Teaspoon or
Hella
tablespoon?
judging.
Teaspoon or tablespoon?
But I'm judging the dry cereal guy too.
Who the? Hey,
Bro.
The dry
okay,
cereal
so
guy.
first off, no. So that shit isn't dry. That shit's wetter than the
Seems
motherfucker.
pretty dry.
All right? It's crunchy. It's the difference. Do
Do you lick your milk out of the bowl like a cat while you eat your cereal?
Oh, nimbly bimbly.
Okay, so that's only on
Super
Thursdays.
Troopers.
That's only on Thursday.
Only on Thursday.
when he's alone.
Wait, hold on. Today's Thursday.
Shit.
You got some cereal, MIC? Give me some cereal.
You do that in front of me, I'm gonna make fun of you for the rest of your life. If you
You got
saucer,
like a bowl right here.
if you kitty saucer a bowl, I'm not friends with you for 3 hours.
A lot.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I had no idea what you said.
If you kitty saucer a milk bowl, I have to call
Do you
you.
have like a side cup for milk when your mouth gets dry?
No, what's even crazier though is like, have you ever eaten cereal out of like a cup?
That's the only way I eat my
instead
cereal.
of a bowl.
That's the only way I eat
Yeah,
my
it's like a
cereal.
regular cup. Do you put milk in there?
So
with
then
that,
you
or-
can drink the sugar milk right after.
The horchata.
Green
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs is good out of a square Tupperware container. Absolutely. So you can catch more milk.
Yeah.
Or to drink at
It's on the surface area.
Easier to drink too.
That's smart.
Almost every
Very
food
smart.
is good out of a
Still
rectangle.
True.
Tupperware.
Oreo O's are good out of the square as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I stopped buying.
honestly, I developed this method of eating cereal because I was like
Developed.
heavy. I was heavy into Fruity
Scientific.
Pebbles. Like Fruity Pebbles was my shit.
Super soggy.
That gets soggy.
Super
quick.
quick.
It's soggy.
So like I would sprinkle, a little layer,
your
take a
method.
couple bites, still be crunchy,
I can
right?
dig it. I can dig it.
So that's where
That makes sense.
that's where it all came from.
But
right?
just
Pebbles,
Fruity
Fruity
Pebbles,
Pebbles.
and like chocolate pebbles.
Yeah. And then I'm like, if it
'Cause they
shit,
pop
might as well
super quick.
eat it all like this because at this
That's why it's
point,
all
like,
cereals.
yeah, like
Because
There's no
nobody.
But
downside.
nah, because I kind of like the best part about Rice Krispies is the sugar on top.
Yeah.
You
I mean, that's the
put
whole
the
point
milk
of
first,
it.
and you put a little bit of sugar on
add some more sugar to the sugar cereal,
Big facts.
bro.
Big facts.
That's how I did my life.
Did you guys ever in elementary school?
That's how I did my
have
Frosted
the,
Flakes. I put extra
bags with,
sugar.
like, Kool-Aid in it, and then you just kind of go like this all day.
Oh, I
That's where it
remember that
started.
shit.
I grew up in the suburbs, so we saw that a lot.
Yeah, that happened.
The sub
did
of
that.
herbs.
Except it wasn't Kool-Aid and sugar,
Always had Ziploc bags, allegedly.
supposedly.
I mean, it's for food. What were you thinking? It's for
Ramen
food.
noodle seasoning packets.
Yeah. Yep, that too.
What do you mean?
Just emptying out a bunch of seasoning packets
Yeah.
into a Ziploc bag and
Yep,
just.
same thing. Sometimes I would
Just-
actually
and
just
get-
crunch up the ramen noodles and sprinkle them in
vinegar?
there.
That's,
Oh, dry?
That's if you're feeling fancy.
Dry ramen's cool, but
Yeah.
like just a
For
bunch of
16
packets
cents,
of the
you can get
seasoning?
fancy.
Just a bunch of packets
No,
of
it's just
weird.
like salt.
Like, did you put it on like chips or maybe like some other food?
Nah, you just.
You're just taking dips of sweet salty.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
might. You might.
Yeah.
I got my high blood pressure rolling early.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever had kidney stones?
That sounds like.
Sounds like kidney stones.
You guys want 8,000 milligrams of sodium all at once?
Yeah, that sounds like high
Chicken
blood pressure.
flavor.
Yeah, chicken flavor.
Chicken flavor only.
Yeah.
Chicken
flavor was
flavored,
whack.
chicken flavored kidney stones.
Yeah.
Gotta come down off the
Episode
pre-workout.
title.
You just start
Chicken
salting
flavor
down
kidney
and
stones. Bit crunchy.
It's a bit nutty.
You got some crunchy stones.
Wow.
Fucking
I was
stupid.
to a dude at work that passed in a fucking stone, and I made a joke about it, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry about that, sir." He was like, "Oh,
Was he just wailing?
damn."
So-
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck."
Also
And I
try
was
it.
like,
And you came to work?
No, I was just like, man, what's wrong?
This
with you,
nigga came to
man?"
work?
It's
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
You come to work in sales, if you miss
Jesus
with your body.
Christ.
All right,
I
I
would-
got some random shit.
Here we go.
All right. I feel like there's no horror movie that would be scary if you just replaced certain characters with puppets.
Do you have
Oh,
an
yeah.
example?
Yeah, like The Exorcist. What if she was just a puppet?
She's
That
just a puppet
that
all the
wouldn't
time.
be scary.
Like in the bed.
Especially,
It's like a
Especially
parody.
the crucifix.
especially if it was Beaker.
Especially the crucifix.
What
Beaker
kind?
as The Exorcist.
Hold
Yes.
on.
Yes.
I have a serious question. What
Time out.
kind
I
of
gotta
puppet?
close this real
Yeah, like a
quick.
Is it a
ventriloquist.
porcelain or a ventriloquist dummy? Because that's frightening as
That
fuck.
can
No,
have a little bit
no.
of a layer of skin.
That's
But not
scary
the
as shit,
crucifixy,
bro.
no matter what kind of dummy you
Yeah.
say.
And is the puppet being operated by like a person, or is it just kind
No,
of
it's just a puppet.
on its own?
Yeah.
So it's sentient. It has the ability to move around. Has consciousness. That's fucking scary.
Okay, now you're going too far
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. It's still scary.
Yeah, that would be
Scary as
scary.
fuck.
All right, hold
so
on.
it's like Chucky?
But if it's like somebody with
Pause.
their hand up someone's ass and they're doing it, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
fine.
yeah, then like that.
Yeah, like a
Pause.
puppet.
Or I was gonna say
That's
like
hilarious.
string, so you can't really tell, but
yeah.
yeah.
They're not gonna fucking listen.
Like a
What would be the
candelabra.
best Muppet to do that?
He already said it. I believe Meeker would be the best.
Beaker
for
would be the funniest.
It's Beaker.
yeah, that
Beaker?
would be good.
Beaker with a B.
B.
that
Like a
would be
beaker.
Beaker.
Yeah, like science class.
Yeah.
To
Stone.
do The Exorcist?
Just high as fuck.
Because he's got a neck like a beaker.
Your mother sucks cocks.
Or what about like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Leatherface is a Muppet?
Actually, Leatherface.
Yeah,
That'd be
just,
funny.
He's just a Muppet
That'd be
character.
so funny. Like animals like, woman, woman.
Yeah. Kermit the Frog here with a chainsaw.
Hey.
Piggy.
I
you
am
ready
here
to
to chainsaw your face.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Tell you about my chainsaw. What? My motherfucking chainsaw.
Fucking.
And then one that's crazy. Mickey Mouse could play a lot of the villains that we know and love.
That'd be funny.
Because he's actually that
Yeah, that would
villain.
be hella funny.
90% of the time. He's actually the villain from like Rick and Morty. He's the Rick. He's also
He gets swifty.
he doesn't
Swifty?
He doesn't get swifty, and that's the problem. He's the devil. Those mouse ears are Satan.
What?
I don't know.
All right.
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Allegedly. I'm sorry.
All
I
right.
didn't get deep on
So-
this.
I got too deep.
So
Yeah,
check this
I was
out.
gonna say Mickey
Check-
Mouse is evil.
check this out.
Completely.
So
Wicked party.
what if like, Bowser wasn't so crafty, right? Like what if Peach was just a hoe and kept running off with him and would just tell Mario the story?
That was my take.
Yeah,
That's Captain
like-
Save-A-Ho.
That's
Yeah.
always been
Mario.
my take. is
Yeah.
She was getting
Mario's
side
Captain
dicks.
Yeah, yeah.
Mario's
Mario
Captain
was
Save-A-Ho.
They're like sitting in bed and
Or is
Bowser's
it
like,
more sinister? Maybe
"What'd you tell him
Mario's
this
a-
time?"
Oh, that's really sinister.
And he's just taking too long.
I couldn't hear what you
Yeah,
said.
you gotta speak
I
up.
couldn't
and
hear
move
it.
Say
forward.
that again.
I said maybe Mario's her pimp.
Speak
Wow.
up.
And it's more
Her
sinister.
pimp. Mario's her pimp.
We make that a
he needs more
rated.
hoes then.
There we go. We make Mario a rated R movie. Who plays Mario? White swap it.
Mario.
Rated R movie.
Does it have to be a
It's-
swap?
It's rated R
Can we
because
just
Mario's a pimp
and he's
now.
a pimp.
can we just do
Mario's
Marky
pirate.
Mark?
I would have to go with some like
No.
gangster Italian dude.
No,
like
someone not
Andy
gangster
Garcia or
because it
something.
can't work. It's got to be something that doesn't work.
Doesn't
That
work?
works too well. It's got to be.
Okay, so it's rated
It's
R.
got to be something that wouldn't work at all.
Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, hilarious!
Yeah, that could work.
Javier Bardem.
See,
that-
that's kind of the route I was
That's
going.
good
Yeah.
though.
Is it like a dark movie?
That works.
That might work.
Evil
Yeah.
Is the issue.
killing motherfuckers.
Like if Batman was murdering people,
What about Norm from Cheers?
and he makes that face every time he doesn't pay.
Like, but as the Norm character, though.
But
Yeah,
as
it has to
Norm,
be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
it's not the
his
actor;
character.
it's like the Norm character.
he always makes
That'd be
that
good.
face like disappointment, like again.
Yeah. How's life treating you? Like a baby treats a diaper.
Wow.
You get shit on.
Get shit on. Get shit on.
Want me, you fucking pussy.
Fucking pussy.
That's what shit.
Cerveza.
Does the diaper enjoy that?
I don't know.
Yes, that's its function.
Just to get shit
So I
on.
guess he has meaning.
If we learned anything from Sausage Party, a douchebag just wants to be a douche.
Wow.
They always want to, or is it
Yeah,
just
they
natural?
just want to be a douche.
Yeah, I've been downtown on Friday.
They're everywhere.
Want to be a douche?
There's a surplus. Of
Guys, you just
They're
walk
everywhere.
around in tank tops and shoulder people.
But yeah, a plethora.
Like you just want to fight.
Nah, man, I'm just drunk. That's all.
because they can't get laid.
Yeah,
so
I
all they
remem-
want to do is fight everybody.
Remember
Like
my
guys.
first
That's
year?
what they go to next.
It's because I'm drunk and I got whiskey dick. Don't judge me.
Don't devil's advocate this. We don't need a Keanu Reeves right now. Okay?
So I have a question. Whiskey
Sounds-
dick. Is that where your dick doesn't work, or where your dick works at like 70% forever?
Depends on the. Well,
Depends.
that's like erectile dysfunction.
That's
Whiskey dick
ED.
is like a
That's-
singular instance.
No,
I'm
that's
just wondering what it means to people. Like when you get drunk, does it mean your dick doesn't work at all, or does it mean that your dick
never
works
happened.
No, no,
fairly
no.
well, but you don't?
Never happened to me.
so.
Varying degrees, probably.
I don't know.
Question on what I've heard just different things about what people mean.
There's two different types.
There's both sides.
There's whiskey dick and then there's functioning whiskey dick.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Functioning whiskey,
Whiskey dick is
still
like
kinda
you
weak,
can't
though.
get more than
Yeah, yeah.
half a hot dog.
Like-
It's like the good Hodgkins.
You're never full.
I've heard people say it and they always call it something
get it.
different. I don't know.
You get it.
You're never full, but like
Yeah.
You can slide
you'll
it in there.
get there.
It's like it's really
And maybe
warm.
get a little bit of action.
Yeah.
You can
That
get,
sucks.
If you can get at least half your guy in there,
That sucks.
the rest of it will push
Yeah,
the
that's
rest
all
of it.
bad.
Would not be drinking.
It's like when you're in the
Yeah, I mean-
shower and you're running out of hot water, but you still got enough hot water
That's a good analogy.
To do what?
to wash your ass.
I got lukewarm dick.
That's basically what it is.
All right.
It'll still make it. It's still good in the hood.
Settle.
You don't need Blue Chews or Viagra, but sometimes you're just like too drunk to get you where you need to go
Yeah.
all the way.
You're just your body just ain't into it fully.
That sounds
Or there's the other side of what he was saying where like you just can't finish.
sounds
Oh,
And like
yeah,
you're
that-
just rodding this
'Cause it's
poor
like
girl.
normal.
She's like, "Are you finished yet?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Are you done yet?" And you're like, "I'm
That's
almost there."
what I'd always thought.
Just stop talking.
That sounds like an X trip.
A little bit of a sliding
It's
scale.
a sliding scale.
Yeah.
It's a spectrum.
There's two sides to the same coin.
It's a spectrum.
The instances where it doesn't work at all, those
It
people
definitely
probably
did
already
slide
have
in
dick
scale.
They probably have a problem anyway. And
It's like
the,
they probably don't eat.
the booze
Yeah.
exacerbates.
Yeah, like they eat a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so they,
Not too many
Gross.
not too many push-ups.
they can't get the blood flow
Can't
sucks.
walk.
The blood flow sucks.
That's exactly what it is. If you got crazy blood flow, you can make your dick dance. That's the male version of twerking.
Fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Dance.
Just on
It's
rhythm,
just
on
flexing.
rhythm too though. It's even more
It's
impressive.
like Kegels for guys.
I prefer
yeah.
sade
Yeah,
music
just flexing,
for my dances.
flexing the boner.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Kind of
like
pops up just a little bit more.
I think
flutters.
I would think that'd be more like edging. I think edging would be more like Kegels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Huh.
because it's like
That's
straight
another-
hitting your resolve.
Wait, yeah.
Yes.
like so you can last longer.
She's like
Lifting a
a,
towel.
instead of a
is actually
cross country
the-
runner, you're a
That's
cross country
major weight for
fucker.
dick.
No, that's actually the way.
6
Yeah.
hours
She's
later.
got the stamina.
Put
Fuck
a
for
drain
days.
over.
Pelvic floor, yeah. All you guys should be doing this shit, man.
Tell us
Strengthen
what-
your pelvic floor. Like facts, you need to be working on this shit.
He's
So you
not
drape a
lying.
towel over it.
You do whatever. You start with a washcloth. Work your way
Gotta
up.
do dick ups.
Yeah.
Train for the Jizz Olympics. Gotta do dick ups, bro.
I'm gonna get those
saying,
fucking
it
shoes
helps with,
later.
like, diseases
Give me
and
one
shit.
cock push-up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna try it.
Kegels are for men
And water. Lots of hydration.
Lots of water.
And
lots
dick push-ups.
Joseph
Yeah.
Kegel was a doctor.
Kegel was a doctor. He had 3 doctorates.
And when women really need to do pelvic floor
Kegel,
exercises,
but-
because what happens to women is a lot worse than what happens to men.
Yeah.
Roast beef.
Prolapse. Yeah. Prolapse, boy. Woo.
Burn that
You need to
down.
lift the
Burn that
towel.
down.
You need to lift
Truck tire
the towel.
blown out on lane 2.
Dan for the future, burn that down.
It's an 18-wheeler just flop, 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 flop.
Bunch of almost flat tires.
Oh,
Burn that down,
shit.
Dan.
All
Future
they're gonna
Dan.
hear is just like the clown horn. Honk, 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 honk. Honk, honk, honk.
You can't play any of that.
We can.
Oh, yeah,
but
but
sometimes
but-
we get in trouble.
That is a little much, but for who?
We went a little crazy right there.
I mean, a vaginal prolapse is a medical term. We're just talking about some other shit.
Eh?
We call it a pink sock.
Yeah, but
That too.
but we are being misogynistic right now.
No, he's being
Men
medical.
can prolapse too, motherfucker. That's what I just said.
Okay, but no, that's not what they hear. Everybody else
Hear
hears.
it, ladies. Your man shit can collapse too.
It's called a hernia.
You should talk like that the whole time.
Hey, baby. Have you done your Kegels?
Oh, actually, so
Sound like-
Kenny has a really good idea where we should do an ironic
funny.
episode.
That'd be
Do you want
tough.
to tell him about the irony episode? Like where it's like super dry and not funny, but on purpose?
Which one is it?
Total opposite.
No, that's an episode we want to do.
Like the humor is so
Like an
dry.
anti-joke?
It's
Like an
like it's so
Be an
dry.
anti-joke.
Yeah.
So not
I
funny.
think when you
That
do
it
that,
makes
you
it
have
funny?
to have video.
Yeah.
That's a good
You
point.
have
It
to.
adds a whole
Yeah, because you can't
And you
really
can borrow my
tell.
apartment because that's a great idea. It'd be hilarious.
Because then it just sounds
You
like
can
you
set up a whole
awkwardly
room.
talking
Yeah,
in an
you're good.
elevator.
You guys
No,
feel
that's
it
what's
now?
up. Hell yeah.
And then that's when you got to do it
And
with a
there's girl
straight
in the back.
face.
We can open it.
Like when we do one up,
Nice.
when we do the stories just to fuck with people. When we're just like, yo, do you remember that one WrestleMania where Stone Cold came out and like all the fucking fireworks and shit were going off?
Was that the one where he had the casket full of babies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wild.
Same one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a summer splash. He slapped all our hands, and then I got a beer, and then you got a beer, and then he came out with the truck full of beer.
Yeah, and then people like from the crowd came
4
in,
times.
Is that when?
and there were people actually getting beat up in the crowd.
Is that when Sarah Miguel Scheller pissed on your chest?
Actually, she took a dump.
Wait, what happened?
Wow.
Sarah
And then
Michelle Gellar.
she even like,
Smeared it.
yeah, she like smeared it in his
Got
face.
caught up
too.
in my chest
What
hairs.
happened?
Yeah.
It was like I had
Sarah
chest,
Michelle Gellar pissed
I
on
had
his chest.
chest dingleberries from Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Right?
I wouldn't have showered after that shit.
I did.
Wild.
He still has the dingleberries.
Still.
Yeah.
They're
In the pudding.
yeah, they're definitely still like under his pillow.
They're dried.
It's weird.
They're petrified at this point.
It's like white poops.
Like real or
Yeah, that's one up. Yes, it works. Good job,
Yes.
guys.
Hey.
So we play a game called
You
One
didn't
Up.
catch the part where you explained that.
Yeah, we play a game called One Up where somebody just keeps saying something crazier
Yes,
and
and.
crazier
Yeah, it's like
Until-
it's like improv.
until somebody just like finally
Taps out,
understands
or,
that
like, gets it.
that it's a joke and they're like, all right,
Got
get the
it.
fuck out of here.
Funny thing is, I didn't want to one up the story, but I was gonna be like, I had an actual stripper get a shit streak on a throwback jersey. But I didn't want to one up the story, but I had one that was real.
What up?
Shut
Oh,
up.
you already did it.
Edit that in if you want.
Oh, it's in there.
That's funny.
It's in
I'll
there.
never forget it. She did this move where she had centerfolds. We used to have the big round
Oh,
couch.
yeah.
She jumped on me and she did like
PTs.
this leg thing where she put her legs on my shoulders and we fell, broke the back on the couch because this is
And
when
then
I was
she
like big,
poop stained
260.
you?
And when she got up, I had a little brown shit streak on the white. I had a Steve Young, Brigham Young throwback with a white A on it. I had a little shit
That's a
streak in the
fat
middle.
ass
Oh
jersey.
hell no. Damn, that's
Hey, check out the jerseys I sold at a garage sale like an idiot. I had a Michael Vick Orange Bowl jersey. I sold it to a dude for $150.
The Virginia
I
Tech.
had a pair of Jordan ones I sold to a dude for $250.
You had the Michael Vick Virginia Tech jersey?
Yes, with the Orange Bowl patch. And I had a Brigham Young.
Nigga, that's
Stadium.
like a $500 or $600 jersey right now, bro.
I'm sure.
I paid $400 for it back in the day. I sold it for $150, so I guess I didn't do too bad. I was tired of all the jerseys and walking around like a fucking human caricature.
I still have a Browns.
I didn't have any other clothes,
That's
and I
real
was like,
shit,
I'm gonna
though.
get rid of this
So no,
shit.
so this is real. I
29
still have.
years old. I don't need this shit.
I still have a
It was 2 years
Browns.
before all this internet blockchain shoe app shit.
Who's the best running back in Browns history?
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
I have a Browns Jim Brown jersey.
It's cold.
I didn't
Yeah,
get
it's
it
like,
signed
who
or
else would
nothing.
you say besides Jim
But
Brown? That's
I
not
still
even an
got-
I
argument.
still have my
Nick
Earl
Chubb.
Campbell.
It's like the only flex you can
I
have.
still
Nick
have my
Chubb.
Earl Campbell throwback.
That's a fucking
I
good
could not
one.
get rid of my
The
Earl
Oilers.
That's a good one.
Let me ask you this.
I have a
You
Lynn
brought up
Swan.
Nick
I had a
Chubb.
Jordan.
Do you think a player like Nick
My
Chubb
favorite was
could
Nick
go
Chubb,
back
okay.
50, 60 years
Spurs.
and be just amazing based on how much training he's had, how much like the nutritional benefits that he's had?
86 final.
Just like the modern version of a running back going back to like the 60s. How do you
Yeah,
think they would
just
do? Do you
because
think
it's.
he'd be
Almost
like
had an atmosphere.
middle of the pack like he is now, or do you think he'd be like incredible?
I'm sure he'd be at least close to incredible, but it's almost not fair just because they've gotten shit down to a science now, and
Yeah.
Who?
dudes were
I
like
was just
smoking
saying,
cigarettes
I was
back
just
in the
saying,
day.
like if someone like Nick Chubb did go back to and played during the same time as someone like Jim Brown, would he be, if he's the version he is
More
now,
incredible?
would he be way more incredible than just like a middle of the road running back?
Nick
today?
Chubb's gotten a lot of toe injuries.
So I'm gonna say.
Or let's just say any middle running. It doesn't have to be Nick Chubb.
I'm gonna
specifically.
say they would do better in different areas.
Yeah,
I don't
like
think that
speed,
any
maybe.
current NFL player, well, no,
Could
because
really translate.
Jim Brown ran a.
He was different though.
Jim Brown ran a 10-2 in the 100-yard dash.
He was different.
6'2", 230. He lost.
Still,
He
he's
lost
different.
when he ran it, but you say he was
Still
different. He
different.
lost like Ernie, but there
Yeah,
were
but
players,
that's as a 230-pound running back.
Ray
That's still
Nitschke,
fast as
like-
fuck.
Yeah.
Nitschke.
Ray Nitschke ran a 4.6 flat. Like
What about
Jack
also
Lambert
Darren
ran a
McFadden?
4.68.
Darren McFadden's our era of running
I just
back.
think that current players they wouldn't last back then because of the rules
and how easy it was just to
We
be.
see
That
the
too.
same
You
think
amount
they
of
get- you think
injuries.
they get beat
We
up,
see the
yeah.
same
That
amount of
too. Yeah.
injuries as players back then from players today.
Because I would say if
15
Jordan
carries
came
a
to
game.
this era, he would shine brighter than he did in the 90s
I
and
think
80s.
that more players
Think so?
from back then could succeed now than players could succeed.
Going the other way.
LeBron could
Yeah.
translate better backwards
Because it's like they're coming
coming
from a harder
forwards.
version of the
They
game
also
to an
call
easier
fouls
version of
all the time now,
whereas going
so
from an easier to a harder
It's
version.
softer.
If you think about like
Yeah,
softer.
hard. That's what I mean.
they
Soft
call
versus
fouls.
soft.
They call fouls all the time, so it's a lot easier to score.
yeah.
If we're talking
Like
basketball,
Kevin Durant would have played 3 years in the 70s.
And got broke.
true.
I mean, I you know.
He
Yeah.
plays.
People, the thing is, though, people say LeBron wouldn't have lasted back then. I think
Yes, he
LeBron
would.
would have been afraid.
He would have
to
been the
be.
best
He would have been able to
translation.
unload how he really wants to
If
act
you
on
Really wants to
people.
play, yeah.
If you watch it,
I'd have loved to see LeBron.
if you
play
watch
in the 80s.
Kevin Durant play, he plays like some tall ass white dude from like 1960 something.
I wouldn't get
Yeah.
it.
Larry Bird
I
would
would not
shit
say
on
that
Kevin
about
Dude,
Kevin
he's
Durant.
like
He
he's
got
like
some-
I don't know. I feel like he.
Larry
got
Bird
some
would shit
moves.
on KD.
Yeah, but they look
He puts
goofy
people on
though
the
because he
floor.
looks goofy though when he doesn't.
But he
In
puts
my
people-
opinion.
But he's still
But
pretty
he makes
smooth.
shots.
Kevin Durant
Yeah.
does some pretty smooth
Hey,
stuff.
listen, I'm not saying
Drains
anything about his game.
buckets.
He would whip my ass. I'm not fucking good
He
at
has
all.
good handles for as
All
tall
I'm
as he
Yeah,
is.
saying-
he does. Yeah, they're pretty good.
He still can dribble.
To the naked
But
eye.
a player like Kevin Durant in the 80s would have been surrounded by some enforcers.
Oh,
It would
yeah.
have been hard to get to him.
Bad Boys
that is-
He would have been on a
Pistons.
cool
Yeah.
team.
Yeah,
I said-
you would have been like Isaiah
I
Thomas.
said
Yeah, just
60s.
getting
It's like
checked.
Isaiah Thomas always gets some
I
bad
said
work, but he couldn't
60s
fight.
before they allowed
He wouldn't
greater
be.
competition.
Kevin Durant
Oh,
wouldn't
this
be
was
on the
about
team in the
legs.
60s, sir.
Yes,
And
exactly.
Every basket
Yes.
was worth 1
KD
point.
wouldn't
Yes.
be on that team
Exactly.
until later on.
See, now he gets it. Now he gets it.
That's
He's-
one thing that kills me about how they'll be like, Wilt got like 50 rebounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't see this
He was
as an
one of
anomaly?
5 black people.
I mean, he can't be that fucking good. If, like, look at what he was playing. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sorry.
His competition was.
That's all I was kind
I'm not trying to throw shade on one of the greatest players.
It was
ever,
sus.
but,
not
I
even.
mean,
It was sus. So was
they talk
Luol
about people
Sindors.
riding the
It
train to
was
the
sus.
game. I'm like, we can't compare you.
We're being dumb.
Yeah.
Like the 80s.
Just a bunch of stupid
You
shit.
didn't have the opportunity to train the same. You probably would have been just as good, but you might have blown your load.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why Forrest Gump would have got his ass tackled by Bobby Boucher every
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
time.
We've been here.
Alabama's
Next.
offensive line No joke. Every
True.
Alabama's offensive
Neither was
line-
LSU's, but Bobby Boucher jumped right over it and made
Bobby
a
Boucher
quarterback
wasn't
sack.
playing for LSU. He was playing for like
Mud
That's my
Dogs.
point.
For South Central
The
Louisiana
Mud Dogs
State.
beat LSU.
South Central.
South Central Louisiana.
He jumped
State.
over
Yeah.
LSU's line to make that tackle.
They didn't play LSU in the Bourbon Bowl though. They played Louisiana State.
Because they beat LSU
They're not
earlier
Louisiana.
in the
Louisiana.
season.
Louisiana Tech or
They
some
played
shit.
LSU
You think
earlier.
You're always going
In
to
the
get
season.
over the top. I played O-line. I understand why I think that Forrest Gump would get a little crack, get running.
I feel what
Like
you're
a seam would
saying.
open.
Yeah, I was an O-lineman, so I'm like, I guarantee you I could
But-
catch Bobby Boucher's wild ass. I'd have him out of the game by the first
Yeah, because
quarter.
Bobby Boucher
let's say-
telegraphs his blitzes.
Let's
every
say they
time,
line
too.
him up on your opposite side, on your weak side, where you know your weak link is.
You run
just
a trap
chip-
and
you
he
just
runs
chip
to the
him-
back
chip him
of
with
the-
a
And you
tight
got
end.
30 seconds left. You're on the 24-yard line and only have you have one timeout.
You run
You're
a
giving
trap.
Forrest Gump the ball and letting him just run.
You run a trap.
Yeah, he doesn't fake
You run a
out.
You're
trap.
hoping he's
Yeah.
gonna fake out.
It's true, he doesn't
No,
fake
he doesn't
out.
need to fake him out. You run a trap.
Crazy. He's gonna have to fake
run a
out.
But he's true. Alabama's line is
No,
gonna
you run a
fucking kill
trap.
the Mud
And
Dogs.
Forrest-
Yeah, no
Bobby
chance.
Boucher was always hitting the A gaps. You run a trap. You ear
He
hole the
literally
fuck out of
telegraphed
his
his
crazy ass. It's over, dog.
hold on.
Credits. He's got a concussion.
Hold on.
He's drinking
Forrest-
Gatorade. It's
College
over.
coaches
nigga.
adjusted
Forrest-
instantly.
So look, Forrest is drinking a Gatorade bottle and said something about Bobby's mama
Nigga.
right before this play is happening.
He's
You know what,
blowing
though?
up the
Against
whole
Alabama
line.
O-lineman that's got to feed
Hold
his
on,
mama.
hold on. I got something for that though.
Seen them niggas on Alabama.
In Forrest Gump though, he wasn't getting handoffs. He was
Thank
only
you.
a kick returner.
Kick return.
That's all he
Well, then
did.
he wouldn't even have to worry about Bobby.
He wasn't
did.
impacting the
Yeah,
game like
kick
that.
returns.
that's all he did.
If he won the Heisman on only kick returns, then
I mean, that's all we saw.
I
first
mean,
distinctly
he's
highlight.
returning
remember
it
a
every
play
single
where he
time.
broke. No, I distinctly remember him playing.
And if you guys recall, we only saw 2 plays from Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
The play where he
Kick
ran
return.
They showed more
through
of
the
that part
shit,
of his
and
life.
then they told him to stop, and then that was the 2 plays, and then they went to go see the president.
Can we make a movie
with the
just,
linebacker from
just,
the program,
just
Bobby
about
Boucher.
Forrest Gump's football career?
I'd be so down for
You
that.
definitely could make a whole movie.
He won't be a Hall of Famer,
so
mama.
down.
That could
Do
happen.
it. Let's
Oh,
do it.
That could
shit.
definitely
It was
happen.
Let's fucking do
I would
it.
be so down.
It's got to
Would
be
it
called
like a
Bama
Dale
Hall of
Sayers
Fame.
story? Or like a Walter Payton?
Walter Payton.
You know what you could call the movie? Run, Forrest, Run.
Walter
He's
Payton
sad?
didn't die though.
Walter
until he
Payton.
got to-
See Forrest Run.
He
Yeah.
didn't die. Yeah, he
See
died.
Forrest
until he got to the
Like see
Bears.
Spot Run.
He died when he retired.
He was a pro.
I'm just saying, like, would it be like, what kind of story would it be? Like, hurt early, sad?
It'd be like that one movie with the Marshall. It'd be like We Are Marshall.
Yeah.
Like kind of sad, but like
Kind of sad,
Hopeful.
but uplifting. Yeah,
Hopeful.
because
And the
of
team dies and he parachutes out.
it couldn't be Remember the
Landed on
Titans.
bodies, mama.
Couldn't be.
I got a white swap for football movies.
White Swap.
So Leon, I forgot his name. Leon from
Sorry,
Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Yeah.
and he is Rudy.
Let me tell you, motherfucker, something.
Don't spit your beer
slap
out of
my
me.
dick in this hole.
Turn that way.
I have a question. Do you
Rudy.
guys respect
Swallow it.
Rudy or not?
You can't say those things on the shop floor.
It's hard to say.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Depends how you look at it.
I was yelling at this guy. What'd you say?
Respect for Rudy or not?
Huxtable?
Somewhat.
Definitely respect for Rudy.
Tutti Frutti?
Definitely.
Put some
She deserves a round of applause.
You talking about old Rudy?
Oh, Rudy
I
Huxtable.
respect Rudy's hard work and no quit attitude.
Exactly. That's one way to look at it, but then it's like you spent all that time to make one tackle.
Yeah.
I respect his coach for letting that nigga play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were
I
probably
feel
up
you.
by 6 touchdowns.
I feel you.
I
They
respect
never
that
showed the
call.
score.
Like we know they were at least up by 4 touchdowns.
Just fucking garbage stuff.
Just garbage time. Bullshit, Rudy.
He's basically like the Down syndrome kid that they let just run the ball.
yeah, and everybody pretends to tackle him.
That's fucked.
I'm gonna
And then
act
there's
like I'm
that one
tackling
kid that
you.
just comes out of left field and screams out.
Just Sean Taylor.
He's just so
Top of the
competitive.
crown to the chin.
He's just so competitive. He just like doesn't give a
He
shit.
reversed last Boy Scouts him, just spears his ass.
Goldberg.
By God.
Edge with the spear.
Broken that man in half.
We could just do it real quick though. Just because we had a little argument on this. I'll do the other matches first because I already know how you feel. But the dream matches. So Brian Pillman versus Jeff Hardy, both in their prime.
Ooh, so before he was the pill,
At WCW, Brian Pillman.
I say probably the pill then.
Nice.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay. We'll rapid fire this.
Why do black people like Jeff Hardy so much?
Because he's from the hood. Because he's the perfect representation of what a white guy that doesn't have any privilege is. The Hardys actually as a group.
Yeah, the
They
Hardys.
suffer from no white privilege. They're just white dudes that struggle.
Just wild as fuck.
They're just wild boys. They're niggas but with white skin.
Wild.
By association?
They're hella.
Hashtag twist of fate.
Hella.
Hashtag swanton
Hashtag
bomb.
Swanton Bomb.
All right. Arn Anderson versus Dean Malenko.
Dean Malenko.
Wow, that's rude. You
We're
said
gonna
it that
stop
quick?
That was
disrespecting Dean
That
Malenko like
quick?
this. Yes.
So you're disrespecting
Dean Malenko,
the
Juventud Guerrera,
the
and
Four
Eddie Guerrero.
Horsemen and the
Yes.
Brainbusters?
No, who was the best part of the Four Horsemen? Woo!
Well, of
Yeah.
course. He's been around
Woo!
since,
Woo!
since dirt.
We barely remember anybody else
Well-
that was a part of it.
Well,
They were-
what about Master B over here? Are you a wrestling fan?
All right, I'll throw another one
I
then.
got plenty.
So let's move on.
But we could talk about like early '90s.
Sting versus Bret Hart, both in their prime.
Like I said, are we talking glowworm Sting or black and white Sting?
Beach Surfer Sting
Iron Sheik.
versus 1993
That's
Bret
hard.
Hart.
That's
Give me-
hard.
give me
That's
one
Bret
more.
Hart.
Right here.
That's
Bret
Bret.
Hart.
Oh, Bret Hart.
That's Bret.
Oh, Bret Hart.
That's
even more
Bret.
so.
That's Bret.
Okay.
Bret was actually one of the best wrestlers of the 90s.
Bret Hart and Owen Hart. Is that like Luke Wilson and Owen Wilson?
It's exactly
Yes.
the same
Wow.
guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's exactly the same
Yes.
guys.
It's
except some
brown
are
and blonde
wrestlers,
hair, too.
some
Wow.
are,
Amazing.
actors.
Pretty
It's
much
also
exactly
brown and blonde hair.
accurate.
Mind
Wow.
blown.
Wow.
Wow.
Gold Dust versus.
Or Goldberg.
Did you say Gold Dust?
He said Gold Dust.
Could never go.
He definitely said Gold Dust.
You said Gold Dust.
I
You
said
remember, you
Gold
remember when Gold Dust had that
Feel
head
you.
for a
Yes.
minute?
How's Al Snow?
Al Snow.
Al Snow had
Al
the
Snow
head, yeah.
Okay, I thought it was Gold
His
Dust.
entrance
Dust did
music
have a
was so dope, though.
wing.
It was just, what does everybody want? And then the crowd just yells head. And then he goes, what does everybody need? And everybody yells head again.
Hell yeah.
That shit was gold.
Okay, but hear me out though. It's like I feel like Gold Dust was just like some crackhead they found on the corner that was like huffing some gold paint,
Rhodes, nigga.
and they're
And
like,
that's
"Oh
how they
yeah,
feel with
Justin.
character. You know, we're gonna slap a little leotard on you. and get out
yeah,
there.
this guy's perfect."
He just happens to be huge.
Rhodes,
Yeah, yeah.
bro? No. Dustin Rhodes was almost a legacy wrestler, though.
He was
He
around
changed his style up 6
They're
times.
too fucking serious.
Royal Rumble 91. Since
I'm
that,
over
that
trying
was
to
the
make
serious.
jokes.
About
I'm
Gold
so
Dust.
serious
Gold
about
Dust is
wrestling.
funny.
You don't joke about a Hart, a Rhodes, or anybody who's Tongan or Samoan.
Ever.
You can't in wrestling. It's not allowed.
There you go.
I wouldn't in real life either. At least the last.
All right, so I'm hitting the wrap it up button.
Or a Guerrero.
Wrap it up, B.
Oh, yeah, Scott Steiner and Eddie Guerrero. That's
Hey.
one. All right, next.
Eddie Guerrero.
Wrap it up.
Next, we got.
Too late. I already got 3 kids.
Hey, he said Scott
Ah.
Steiner. He said Scott Steiner.
With the genetic.
We're not. Nobody's saying anything else.
He's so yoked. Though.
Nobody can talk.
But he's so buff.
It's okay.
You know what's wild though?
So was Goliath.
Iron Sheik.
That there's a restaurant called Mom's Spaghetti, like Eminem's restaurant.
Uh-huh.
She rap.
You know what's ironic though is he threw that spaghetti up.
Yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't good.
So he's.
It wasn't good.
I mean, I'm hoping just because he was nervous, because he said he was nervous,
That's
but
'cause it was shit.
I
She
mean,
undercooked the beef.
that's what I'm saying. Was it that
undercooked the
good?
bull and
He
eggs.
he threw up his mom's spaghetti and he made a restaurant.
And then he made several hate songs.
Okay,
after that.
so
Because she
it
didn't
all stems
fucking
from the
cook
shitty
the
spaghetti.
goddamn
so
meat.
if it's his mom's spaghetti,
Something in the spaghetti.
if it's his mom's spaghetti and he already ate it, does that mean he's baby birding these motherfuckers that go to his restaurant?
Wow.
Yeah, it's possible.
He just like shows up at a table. He's like,
It's possible.
"All right, y'all fucking ready to eat?"
Mom's spaghetti. There's vomit on my sweater
Oh, I
already.
got some on this
God damn, his
sweater.
career.
Nah, he's just giving him the same shitty ass recipe.
Synthetic meat.
Just like mom's shitty ass used to make it. Under fucking cooked. Yeah.
He
Hey,
starts,
yo,
I was in nervous.
what's wrong with the meatballs?
he starts spitting,
What'd you
cleaning out
do
my
with
closet,
with the meatballs, man?
and just vomits everywhere.
It was the sauce.
Cleaning up my closet.
I vomit in my closet.
And then that's when he says, "I'm sorry, mama,
I'm cleaning up my closet.
to vomit in your closet."
I puked all over your clothes tonight.
Stupid.
Because
And I
you
don't know how to
cook
solve
shit.
And I don't know how to solve it.
I don't know how to solve it.
One more time.
So if Steve Irwin was alive, would he be sponsored by Crocs?
Oh,
I mean, that's,
no,
that seems like a pretty obvious.
no. He would be sponsored by a Corvette Stingray.
before.
See, but he's alive though, so that never happened.
Or it's foreshadowing.
High five.
Foreshadowing his death.
Too soon.
He just doesn't know when it's gonna happen.
That was super funny and
Do
poignant.
you think he drives a Corvette Stingray?
That's irony.
Wow.
He's like, I love my Stingray.
Guys. Too soon. Some shit we just talked about 14 years ago.
Yeah, dude, it's been like 10 years.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those things.
Yeah. I was like 6 when he died.
That was gold.
it, like, right after it
That
happened.
was gold.
Until Jeff
alright?
Corwin's son has a son, we need to leave that family alone.
Jeff Corwin?
Steve Irwin.
He does.
Steve Irwin, yeah.
Until
I'm gonna
Jeff,
tell the
Jeff
cops
Corwin.
my name's Jeff
His
Corwin.
name is Josh
his nemesis,
Corbin.
Jeff
I was gonna say that's what I tell the cops.
So-
Jeff Corwin.
so-
Jeff.
Name's Jeff Corwin.
When we were growing up, it was Steve Irwin and Jeff Corwin. Am I wrong or right?
All right, Jeff, you're free to go.
Jeff Corbin.
Jeff Corwin doesn't have a son.
Thanks, guy.
Steve Irwin jokes. That's all I'm
Jeff Corwin.
He was the kind of goofier one.
I'll call you Jeff from now on. Your name's Jeff.
I mean, I personally find it funny that you fucked with crocodiles and alligators and poisonous snakes, and you got taken out by like a stingray.
Bitch ass Stingray.
That was pretty like.
Because he was the most unfamiliar with it.
His last words were crikey.
Another thing.
I heard Nelson from The Simpsons when I read that.
Can you pee on a Stingray too?
All right.
Like of all the
If you
ways.
get stung,
Like a
does it
jellyfish?
does it work
You got
like
that
a
stingray
jellyfish?
stick.
You can
Nah,
Does it
bro.
work?
everything.
They release a
Of course.
poisonous
Barb. It's like a-
3-inch barb.
Yeah,
in your
it's like a
body.
harpoon, bro.
It releases a
I guess you
neurotoxin.
could piss
Severs
on
your
it as some like,
nerves and
final
muscles
act
on
of
the
Stops
way
you
in.
from moving.
some final act of like.
There's a video of a guy online getting hit by a mini stingray.
Thank you for listening to this episode. If you or your company are looking to jump into the podcast world, now is the time. The Plug Agency is here to connect you to the full power of podcasting. You just record and leave the rest to us. The people are listening and want to hear from you. Theplug-agency.com. That's theplug-agency.com. Click the link in the episode description for an exclusive offer.
Yo, it's Julius, and I just made traveling easier with the motorized scooter suitcase. Let me say it again. Motorized scooter suitcase. Yeah, that's right. The luggage has got a built-in electric motor. So the suitcase, I can ride it and glide through the airport or the train station, through downtown, and it all fits in the overhead storage bin. No more crowded terminals trying to say, excuse me. Y'all gonna see me gliding through there. I can hop in and off the light rail like it's no problem. I'm not struggling to carry these heavy-ass bags of podcast equipment anymore. All you gotta do is just click the link in the episode description that says Smart Suitcase. Click Smart Suitcase and see what I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all, it's going to change the way, if you're traveling, this is going to change everything. Click the link. Let's go.